What up, viewers? What up? What up? Today is Friday, June 28th, and as always, I like to do a quick recap of the week in video game news. So let's get started. I think I typically talk. I've been talking about this for a while. That summer is usually a slump. I'm playing a bunch of indie Nintendo Switch games, so not a lot of big releases are coming out in the summer. So not really a lot of news to talk about necessarily. But I think I've pulled out some pretty cool and unique news. So let's get to it. So Stadia has been slowly releasing more and more information about what they're doing with their platform. So Google has stated this week that the purchases you make on Stadia will be there forever, and save files will stay forever, even if a publisher is like no longer supporting the game. They claim that they are going to maintain your save files and your games forever, which is pretty interesting. I know there was a big not controversy, but like PT was discontinued on PlayStation 4s a while back when it was able to be downloaded for free. I wonder if like that type of scenario won't exist on Stadia, which is good. I think a lot of people are concerned about if I buy on Stadia and then the game's no longer supported, will my purchase be going nowhere? And then you get into the whole digital library kind of stuff, and just a lot of concerns that consumers might have. So I think this article was intended to stave off some of those concerns. But still remains to be seen how much or what the final product will look like. But at least they know what some people's fears are, and they're trying to alleviate some of those. Moving on, Steam Summer Sale started on Monday and will be going till July 9th. So Steam Summer Sale started for this week and will go on through next week. Yeah, so I've seen a bunch of purchases. It's your time to get all those indie games, break the bank with $50, and you'll probably get 10 to 50 games. So yeah, everything's started to go on sale. If you're a hardcore PC gamer or have a Steam account, this is the time to purchase your games. I'll actually have a link down below to an article with it was like 10 games for less than $10 or something like that. One of which was, I think, like Edith Finch or something like that, or a bunch of other good games. So check out that list and tell me what you think. Let me know what you buy on Steam and if it's multiplayer or not. Moving on, Final Fantasy and Myst are both have TV shows in production, I guess. The Final Fantasy TV series will be based on Final Fantasy 14, which is the MMO for Final Fantasy. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I don't quite know what the story is. I feel like there's better stories that are in the Final Fantasy universe that could be told, but they decided to go with Final Fantasy 14 because I guess they're going for the built-in MMO audience. And then Myst is gonna get like a TV show, a movie, a reality TV show, probably somewhere along the same lines as Survivor. This is crazy to me. I don't know what lends itself to be Myst like. Yeah, just Myst t-shirt, Myst Myst table setting, Myst flamethrower, Myst the flamethrower. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the Myst IP, but they're doing a bunch of TV stuff with it, so that's interesting to see. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo can't agree on a lot. They can't even get crossplay to work on all of their consoles. But they can agree that the China tariffs are bad, and I hate to get all political in your video game news, but yeah, they all agree. They've written a letter to Trump and said that the Chinese tariff is bad for business, and whether or not he takes that to heart. But remains to be seen. But at least all three of them can agree that that tariffs on our Chinese imported goods are bad for consumers, which is good for them. Moving on, I saw a quiz this week brought to you by PC Gamer that was craft beer versus Destiny Exotic. So I took the quiz, and I'll be happy to share my results with anybody down in the comment section. But it was a pretty interesting quiz. I think the UI was a little weird on, I didn't know if I was guessing right or wrong. I also mostly played a Titan for Destiny 1, and I mostly played a Hunter for Destiny 2, so I had most of those exotics, like, really well down. So, like, Warlock exotics, I don't know the names of at all, like at all. So that was fun, and then a couple of the guns. And then one of the options is always, like, both, and it's like, do I think there's a beer that is do I think this Destiny exotic is named after a beer, or do I think there's a beer named after a Destiny exotic? It's pretty weird. So yeah, let me tell me your results down below, and I'll tell you mine. I don't often quote the Game Theory, the famous YouTube page, the Game Theory, on my news reports, but this week had a really good one. Matt Pack put together a report talking about how YouTube is ruining games, and I think the title isn't necessarily true, but I think a lot of what he's talking about in the video is very informative. He talks a lot about marketing and how there's 3 different channels of marketing. There's paid, owned, and earned. And he said that a lot of the earned media is dying off as YouTube becomes more restrictive with what kind of content gets monetized on their platform. Earned media typically dies off because you don't get a lot of user-generated content around a game if it's rated M. And Fortnite is the ultimate king on the platform, and there's not a lot of violence in that, and it's gonna be hard to, like, break into that bubble. But yeah, a lot of M-rated games aren't getting played on YouTube, and the idea is that YouTube is kind of like the beginning of where the gaming culture is, and he makes an argument about that, and then how it kind of, like, trickles down from, like, YouTube to awareness elsewhere. I don't know if I quite agree with that, but I do understand the idea behind a lot of earned media is dying, and a lot of content creators aren't going to play a game if it's going to demonetize, unless they're, like, super hardcore fans. But yeah, a variety streamer might not play your game because they need that revenue stream, and it's not worth it to them. But yeah, tell me what you think of it down below. I think it was a very informative, kind of overall ideas presented were really strongly founded. I disagree with some of the numbers, just working in a marketing organization for a game publisher. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. I saw a montage from... Oh, I'm gonna get it wrong. I saw a montage of the top games of 2019 so far, and I thought it was really well put together. So just cool to look back, and we're almost halfway through the year. And what are the top games so far this year? Let me know down in the comment below what you think the best game of the year is so far. I've heard a lot of good things about Plague Tales. I'll probably be playing that sometime soon. I don't know what else would be my game of the year. Maybe Resident Evil 2. I really like that. But I wouldn't think that... I always think of in terms of the Game Awards, and I don't think that, like, remakes are usually up for Game Awards. But that's just the lens I see it through. So let me know what your video game of the year is so far. I saw an animated trailer for Pokemon Masters, which is a new mobile game, I guess. I don't know anything about this. The animated trailer was kind of cool to see, like, the whole Pokemon cartoon animation style. But yeah, I didn't know what this game was about, and I feel like I've seen a lot of Pokemon stuff recently, like a lot of different Pokemon stuff, from Detective Pikachu to Pokemon Go stuff, and then, like, I think there was a Nintendo Direct, or a Pokemon company put out, like, a press release about, like, 5 different Pokemon games that are in creation. I see, Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out later this year. I've just seen way too much Pokemon stuff, and I just thought it was interesting. I liked the trailer, but I'm just wondering if Pokemon is oversaturating in the market, and I wonder if it's going to start taking a hit. Well, we'll see. Pokemon Sun and Moon, I think, was a top 10 video game the year it came out, which was what, 2016 or so. And I bet Pokemon Sun or Sword and Shield would be added together would be a top 10 contender this year. But I'm wondering if this saturation of the Pokemon market is going to hurt it at all. Yeah, just my thoughts on that. Moving right along, I saw a trailer for Battle Chasers Night War. I don't know if it was exclusively a Switch game, but it was a Switch game, and now it's being ported to mobile. Tetris 99, the Battle Royale, is getting ported to mobile. And yeah, I'm just surprised that more. I feel like a publisher that could make a game run on the Switch could easily take that Switch infrastructure and then port it to mobile. I know a lot of game publishers took their Vita ports and then ported those to mobile. So I'm wondering if the Switch now kind of fills that role. And yeah, just I'm surprised that we don't see more and more. I would assume that more and more Switch ports will get turned into mobile games, because that's just another revenue stream for the publishers. Then last but certainly not least, Cyberpunk has put out a I think it's free PS4 theme. I remember the Witcher 3 one being very cool, very good. I like the trophy symbol. This trophy symbol was like a beast with with a sword through its skull. I saw the Cyberpunk one, and it has like the blue wire frame that you'd usually attribute to Cyberpunk and like the Cyberpunk setting. So yeah, given how much I liked the previous Witcher 3 theme, I think I had it for like a year as my theme for my PlayStation. I bet the Cyberpunk one is going to be even cooler, and yeah, did pick that one up. I think it's free. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. But that's it. That was my quick recap of the week. If you think I forgot anything, let me know down in the comments below. If you think I got anything wrong, or you want to talk to me about any other video game news, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And last but certainly not least, if you're watching this on my YouTube page, a like and a subscribe goes a long way, so you can see more content like this every Saturday or so when I upload this to YouTube. And if you're watching this with me live on my Twitch channel, a follow goes a long way. And you can see your name too can be up here in the right if you follow me, if you're the latest person to follow, or and last but certainly not least, subscribe to me. I have emotes, I have a Discord, and yeah, I play a variety of games. Like I said, I'm playing a lot of Switch games. I think summer is usually like June through August is usually my time to catch up on any like smaller Switch titles that I'm playing. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the content. Hope you like this. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great 4th of July. I don't know if I'm going to have one of these next 4th or next week or not, considering it's a holiday week, but maybe I will. Yeah, check it out. Hope you enjoy. Have a good weekend. Have a great weekend. Have a super weekend. I gotta stay on brand. Have a super weekend. Thanks and goodbye. Bye.